And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the Miami Marlins. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Chris, one guy having a big year for this club, leading the team in home runs and runs batted in, Otto Lopez.
Yeah, Boog, he's one of the pillars of this lineup, and when you have a guy like that that's so consistent and so productive, you want to make sure you can do whatever you can to get him to the plate. Get him as many at-bats as you can in a ball game. If you do that, you got a really good chance of scoring a lot of runs.
Just about set to go. And getting the start for Miami, Ryan Weathers.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Now a chance for Ahmed Rosario. And that's through there for a strike. And we are underway in game 1 of the series. Weathers fires. Ball 1 there. The 1-1 is fouled off. The pitch. That one off the mark, and the count's even at 2. Lifted in the air down the left side, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. And a swing and a miss. And now 1 away.
Well, even though he strikes out, he saw a lot of pitches and he battled. Plus, it gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see more from the pitcher. Not the result he wanted, but that's still a good at bat.
So digging in, Jacob Young. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball. And that's outside. Ball 1. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
I got a ball,
1 out, base is empty. This one in the air. Hicks settles underneath it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Batting third.
Here's Dave Martinez lined up for the Nationals. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
James Wood in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. Nats go down 1, 2, 3. Nothing doing for Washington, and now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Lone Depot Park, towing the slab in today's game, Jake Irvin. How about a report on him, Chris?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Pablo Lopez, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Lopez made it rain homers in his last game, going deep 3 times. Shoots a line drive single into right center. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now here is Liam Hicks. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Boog, you know who had the longest stretch of time between 3 homer games? It was Reggie Jackson, who only did it twice in the regular season. Once in 1969 at 23 years old, and again in 1986 when he was 40. Amazing.
Lopez gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Long run, nice grab. Now there's one away.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
I think that still kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First inning, game 1, so that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
Man at second. Fought off foul. Foul ball, still 0-2. 1 out and a runner at second.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
To first, save. And runners at the corners after the infield single.
Tough play up the middle, and everything needed to be right there. Field that, get a strong throw off to first base, and I think the speed going up the line had something to do with it as well.
And now it's going to be Griffin Conant. And that one fouled off.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And that one upstairs.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Right through there for a strike.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Fly ball to right. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. That's in there. It's 0-1.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Sneaks through. Base hit. And now 2 aboard. David Fry, the next to hit.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
In there for strike 1.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it drops in. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
So up next, Dane Myers. That catches the top part of the zone. Strike one. Two outs.
1-1.
Late swing fouled off.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Got him. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. Second inning coming up here in South Florida. It's the Marlins 2 and the Nationals nothing. Back here in Miami, top of the second. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Abrams, a former All-Star, 24 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2019. That clips the corner.
0-1's the count.
Strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Eric Summersgill, our plate umpire.
One thing to watch out for, Boog, is what side of the plate Summersgill might be favoring. He usually sets up at an angle. Pitchers sometimes will try to figure that out early so they can attack that spot and get as many strike calls as possible. Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Not
2
close
balls,
with that
2
one.
strikes.
And the count is 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's Juan Yepez.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
That one catches the zone,
0-1.
and that's strike 1. Yepez went off for 2 homers in his last game. That's off the inside
ball
corner, and the count is 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. One down, base is empty. That's off the mark. It's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. And there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe. On the ground, right side, and that chance handled. Sends it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing across here this half. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Marlins 2 and the Nationals nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's the rookie third baseman, Graham Pauley. Irvin back to work. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that drops in for a strike. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
fouled off, and they'll do it again. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And a swing and a miss, down on strikes. That's one out in the bottom of the second. Xavier Edwards will hit next. And he lays down a bunt, and that's a foul ball. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
1-1.
He swings and fouls one off. And that's in the dirt. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Lopez stands in now, looks at that one inside. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Ruiz makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Miami down in order, but they hold the 2-0 lead. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. Ryan Weathers will get back to work. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0 call. Went deep in his most recent game. Next offering upstairs. And that skips in the dirt. And there's the automatic. And that's fouled off. Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. And now it's Keibert Ruiz. A switch hitter batting right. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
He was really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
2 down, base is empty, and now it's Luis Garcia. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
That's in there. Next
One
offering
ball,
way
2
upstairs. Struck him out looking. And he strikes out the side for the second time today.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Check swing, now an appeal to third. And yes, he offered at it. And that one missing low.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. "3-2." That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
The batter, number 1. Designated hitter,
Connor Norby digs in now. Reached on an infield single his first time.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Fouled off. He was late. Hicks on at first. Nobody out. Pickoff throw. Hicks dives back in safely. Hit on the ground, might be 2. On to second, they get 1. Over to first, safe. Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Griffin Conine. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. Check on the runner. Tag, and he's picked off.
I think the base runner was trying to catch him off guard, perhaps looking to steal right away, and wasn't ready to get back to first. Nice pickoff move by the pitcher.
Fastball is outside. 2 outs, base is empty.
Yeah. I got a ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Young under this one. And he makes the catch. And that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. On to inning number 4. It's the Marlins 2 and the Nationals nothing.
Never stop me from being a good wager. I get respect from observers, no public enemy. I'm the white Mary Dad Chuck D in my community.
And we're back. John Shambi with Chris Singleton and set to lead off the 4th, Ahmed Rosario. That one clips the outside corner. That's strike 1.
You know, these Nationals just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
In the air, left field. Conine gets under it, and out number 1 on the grab.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Young in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. This one smacked out to left center. Conine makes the grab for the second out.
The left fielder, number 29, James.
Now,
Wood.
James Wood struck out swinging his first time.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
0-1's the count.
Just missed.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
That one hit to right. Sanchez makes the grab, and that's the inning. Back here at Lone Depot Park, digging in, Jesus Sanchez. And that one fouled off.
You know, these Marlins showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Wood hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board,
The first
the
baseman,
ripple
number
effect
6,
of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
David Fry, the next up for the Marlins. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. And there's a ball. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Close one, doesn't get the call. 2-1. They say you win.
2-2 the count.
Swings and misses, struck him out. 2 outs, base is empty. Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. Struck out swinging his first time. And it's fouled away. Two down, nobody on. A little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the ground to third. Over to Lowe. That ends the inning. Nothing doing for the Marlins, but they're on top 2-0. We go to the top of the 5th. Up now for Washington, C.J. Abrams. Weathers back to work. That pitch in for a strike. 1-1.
Well, these Nats just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt. But it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
This one popped up. Hawley makes the grab, 1 away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, It's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Yepes at the plate for the second time as he takes ball one.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
And a foul ball. The Nats trailing by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th. To the right side, Fry. The flip to the pitcher covering, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th.
That's what a good sinker is designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Grounded out his first time up.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
2 outs. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Next offering is in for a strike. Outside.
Off the plate. Ball 2.
And foul ball. Cut on and miss, struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. And the Nationals gone in order. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back here in Miami, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And the batter now, Graham Pauley. First pitch misses. On the ground to the left, and it's off the bag. Picks it up with the bare hand, but no chance. That's an infield single.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
And now Xavier Edwards. Foul ball there. Bunting, and it's in the air. Ruiz makes the catch, and there's one gone. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
Back to the top of the lineup, Otto Lopez. The next up for the Marlins. Over to first, and he's saved. Lopez, in his 2nd season, 26 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. That one fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And down on strikes he goes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Late swing, foul to the left. Flares it into the outfield. Hauls it in to end the inning. One left for Miami as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead.
When I come out, they run out. I'll be rocking that stage to the sunrise.
And welcome back to the ballpark. All right, we go to the
Alex
top half of inning number
Call.
6. And now Alex Call. In the air, right side. Sanchez hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the catcher, K-Bird.
And here's the catcher, K-Bird Ruiz.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
On the outside corner, and that is strike one.
Man,
0-1.
I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
And ball one.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Pitch misses there, and a count 2-1. Out in front and foul to the left side. The Nationals hitless so far in the game. Got him looking. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Well, he throws it with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Garcia stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. That's the sweeper.
1 ball.
2 down,
2
nobody
strikes.
on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Next
Ball
offering
2.
upstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hit on a line, and that's a base hit. And that ends the perfect game bid. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
So the Nats lineup turns over, and now it's Ahmed Rosario. 0 for 2 in this one. That one ripped. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Comes through with the RBI. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing. Chance now to even this game if they can put a ball in play, maybe an error, maybe a hit.
Jacob Young digging in for the Nationals. In there at the knees. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Right through there for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Man on second, 2 down.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the dirt, but kept close. No movement. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Strikes him out, went with the sweeper, and it worked.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Norby.
in for a strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right. In
Ball
the
one.
dirt, and it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Low. Steps on the bag. Leadoff man retired
Now
in the
batting,
6th.
left fielder, Griffin Conine.
Griffin Conine getting ready to hit. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
0-2 is the count.
That's to third. Rosario zips it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
The right fielder, number 7, Jesus Sanchez.
Jesus Sanchez, the next to hit. He is singled and he is flied to left.
Well, you got to give him credit
Ball
out there
one.
on the mound. This outing started off a
Ball
little
one, no
shaky,
strike.
but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
There's a swing and a drive. Young raging back towards the wall. Makes the catch up against the wall. And we're back. Top of inning number 7. And now James Wood. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Here's C.J. Abrams now. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. That's strike 1. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. The shortstop takes the ball. On the ground right side. He'll do it himself. And 2 away to start the 7th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
And now it's Juan Yepez. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Ball 1 there. That one finds the corner. 1-2.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
And that one misses up and in. 2-2.
2-2 the count.
Nathaniel Lowe in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. 3 up, 3 down for Washington, and our score remains 2-1. Now on the mound for the Nationals, Jorge Lopez.
Now pitching for Washington, number 21, Jorge Lopez.
Well, one-run game, and at the plate for Miami, David Fry. Breaking ball through there for a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Andrew Chafin looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Rutledge getting cranked up as well. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. Out to short, Abrams. Throws across the diamond, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
The center fielder, number 55, Dane Myers.
So digging in, Dane Myers. And that is downstairs. And that's ball 1.
Count's 1-0.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And that is out of play.
Aye.
And delivers outside.
2 strikes.
Got him looking. Now 2 away.
Now batting, third
2
baseman,
down, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Graham Pauley. 1 for 2. First pitch, not close. And that's in for a strike. In there. And so now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
2-2 to count.
Rip towards third. Rosario tosses to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. And the Marlins down quietly as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Andrew Nardi.
Now pitching for the Marlins, number 43, Andrew Nardi.
Well, 1-run game, and now the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe.
Nathaniel Lowe.
First offering, and it just misses. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Hunter Gaddis, the closer, is getting loose. Bender getting loose as well. Late with the swing there.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Just missed. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. And there's one away.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Alex Call digging in for the Nationals. And that is in for a strike. 0-1.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're at the top of the 8th.
That was the emergency hack right there.
That one misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, clearly not too happy with the call there. Thought he caught the top of the zone, and you could pretty much read his lips saying, that's not up.
Looking to get the tying run on base. That's off the mark. Yeah, that's ball 2.
2-2 to count.
That one 95 to finish him off.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
At the plate, Keibert Ruiz. The 1-0. And that clips the inside corner. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss. Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Up and in, 2-2. And that one got a piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. So 2 down now, and here is Luis Garcia. That one missed.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you got to stay within yourself.
The lefty, the 1-0.
2 balls, no strike.
Ruiz leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Marlins 2 and the Nats 1.
Now pitching for
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Andrew Chafin.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the
for
better
the
ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Edwards leading things off and takes a strike.
Ball 1. I got a ball, 1 strike.
Misses
Ball, that's
outside, and it's 2-1. And that drops in for a strike. And they'll do it again. Two now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's the 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. On the ground to third. And that one handled. Throws to first. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out.
Second baseman, Otto Lopez.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. 1 for 3. Chafin measures 6 feet 2 inches. 34-year-old vet. He joined the team as a free agent. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Wood hauls it in, 2 away.
The catcher, number 34, Liam Hicks.
Now the number 2 hitter, Liam Hicks. In there at the knees. Strike 1. Activity in the Washington bullpen. Jose A. Ferrer, the southpaw, is throwing and getting that sinker dialed in. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
That's a ball.
And there's a ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Ball, that's outside.
And now the count filled up 3-2. And Eric Summersgill punches him out. That's a strikeout. And 1-2-3 go the Marlins. But they still lead it 2-1.
Now pitching for
We're back, and on the mound is the closer,
Number
Hunter
33.
Gaddis.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Rosario in the box now. Takes strike 1.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
And that's downstairs. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
On the ground to third. Throws to first in time, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this, positioned perfectly.
Next to hit for the Nats, Jacob Young. 0 for 3 in this one. And fouled off. One down, base is empty.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
And just misses with that one. Next one misses. 2-2.
2-2.
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Next pitch is downstairs. James Wood in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. To the right side. Gets it to first. And that quickly 2 away.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Last chance for the Nats in this one. James Wood digging in for the Nationals as the Nationals are down to their final out. And the first offering is not close. Fouled off to the right. A 1-run lead here at the top of the ninth. The 1-1 is fouled off. 1 strike away. Checks his swing, appeal to third. Yes, he did. It's ruled a swing and a strikeout, and this ball game is over.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark. You're sleeping in your own bed. You're eating your clubhouse manager's food. Everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
Lovers intertwined with no place to go. And so kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, coast. So come and skate with me, just a rebel, looking for a place to be. So let's kick, and push, yeah, and coast. Yeah, yeah. Before he knew he had a crew, there wasn't no punk, and they spit fire shirts and SB dunks. They would push till they couldn't skate no more.